All right, welcome back to the Composer Mindset. Going live on Twitch right now. Okay. So that's going, broadcasting live. Looks like it's going through. So again, welcome back to the Composer Mindset. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to remind you guys to like, subscribe, and share. And please, join in on the Twitch stream and interact with me live when I start posting these to YouTube. Then you can interact with me there too. And also follow me on Patreon and Twitter so you can see when I'm going to be posting my live streams. I really want to get a discussion going about composition and talk about what I'm doing here. Hopefully this will help you guys out. All right, let's take a listen. Last night I was working on the finale of this, just sort of getting some ideas down. I listened to this twice through before starting the stream, and it's getting there. It's starting to sound pretty good. The finale that I was sketching out last night is still very, very rough. It's just the beginning stages of what's to happen there. So, the first things that crossed my mind as I listened back with fresh ears right now is connecting the finale together, making a bridge or a transition into the finale from what I already have. So I'm going to go ahead and play through it right now. And I might not work on the bridge into the finale just yet. I think I want to get some of the basic voice leading down in the parts of the finale. And then I think it will start to make sense how to connect the two pieces together. But let's listen once through. Oh, system overload. Let's listen right back here. Okay, good. Yeah. So as I was saying, the sort of transition into that last roughed out section there is not right. It's it's sort of like being held together with string. Trying to. It's just a temporary bridge there, and I'll come back and tweak these few measures in here. But it's pretty well roughed out. I want to just right now just polish up some of the voice leading in these parts. Oh, I think it's selected the wrong ones. Here we go. This one and this one. So it's just the melody and the bass Let me turn off that drum loop real quick. Going the wrong way. You know what? Okay. So let's get something that's going to sound smooth. Hold on. Yeah, that's all right. All right, right there. So I'm gonna take a maybe like a mostly traditional approach to the voice leading here. I don't want it to sound, you know, totally traditional. The chord choices here are not traditional, but I think this part here, at least, these between the melody and the bottom voice, I think it would benefit from, you know, mostly traditional common practice voice leading moves. So right there, this one's jumping up to the octave, and I guess, you know, this should be something else, or maybe it can fit. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that they're both doing parallel octaves there. So let me just see what my chord is here. So it's, let me just hear that. So it's sort of an E major chord. I'm gonna leave my so that's kind of clunky sounding with the parallel octaves. Let me think about how to change that out. So it's B minor going to E major. I think I just moved. Yeah, I'm working in the wrong voice. Have the wrong thing selected. There we go. At least they're moving in parallel motion. Again, I'm not going to keep it like totally traditional. It shouldn't sound like a, you know, like a voice leading exercise that you might do in college. It's you know, got to have some character to it, but I want it to sound smooth. And we don't necessarily need to have root position triads through the whole thing, but so far it seems to be working. All right, this might be better as a first inversion chord. They both leap up to the fifth there. You know, I don't even mind it so much that they both move to that fifth. I kind of like it. Let me just try one other move. This might sound clunky. Boom, boom, boom. might sound a little bit smoother if they're just moving in opposite directions, if the two voices are moving in opposite directions. All right, right there, that's no good, having them both just step up an octave like that. And I don't think I like this arpeggiation in that way. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe I could just stand to have a little less going on. I think when I start to really dive into to orchestrating this, there's probably going to be a ton happening. All right, so it's a tiny bit simpler. One more time. Again, it's not necessarily traditional. There might be some sort of faux pas moves that Bach wouldn't do, but I don't care. I just want it to sound cool, be mostly smoothed out. When I start adding the other voices, I'll have to take into consideration some other voice leading issues, but let's go with what we've got for now. If it sounds bad, change it. Really, the only rule is if it sounds good to you, then it's good. I guess that's right. Yeah, I feel like there should be some kind of bass movement here, but I'm going to leave it for now. Let me just tweak the performance a touch. So when they're moving together, let's make sure they're playing together as a duet. Let's keep this legato. I love how the melody really has some menace to it. That's really what I want. This trombone note. Hold on. Let me see if I can match the articulations a little better. And then I can copy that part into the other bass parts. Okay, so that and this. So getting a little clipped. So I'm trying to make it sound like the two players are taking cues from each other's performance as live players would. Let's have that ring out a touch more. This sort of cadence here it's a little odd sounding. I was trying to avoid a 5/1 cadence and do something a little more interesting, but that one might. I mean, there is going to be more, a little bit more, one or two more phrases more, but this cadence might need to be changed out to something a little more decisive sounding. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it as that for now. Let me put that. I'm just going to copy that into some of the other parts to fill out our brass section. This one is not doing the right articulations. Super staccato. So strong. So with that extra thing in there, it's sounding a little clipped. It's a weird sample. I'm going to go back and put in something a little more realistic and then add that other one back in. So what do we have? Tuba, trombones. Let's listen. It's better. Okay. Let me try again with this sample. When I add this really low monster sound, doesn't seem to have the same range of articulations that the other samples have. So we get this sort of clipped release that doesn't sound very realistic. I'm going to mute it for right now, come back to it. Let me hear that with the little drum loop. So all of my drum loops are still just placeholders. I'm going to go back and really tweak and finesse those later. And everybody's playing right on the money, right on the grid. Too perfect. But that's okay for now. just so I can kind of hear what I'm doing as I'm writing, I'm going to copy this into a trumpet. I don't want to have it being played by the trumpet yet, so the trumpet will join in later. Just want to hear things play out in a little more, with a little more richness. I feel like I got no bottom. Let's bring the volume up. And the tuba. Oh, he's going as loud as he can. It's getting there. This melodic move right here, I think, can be better. That's not better. That's not better. I'll come back to it. Okay, one more time. Let's listen back a few measures. Again, that transition into this section is not right. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these middle voices. So this time I'm just going to solo the trumpet and tuba and sort of work bass in between them. I don't think, you know, before I do that, everything here, my regions are all having the wrong names and colors. It's going to get confusing. Okay. What did I just do? I think I hit the wrong button. Don't do that. Yeah, don't want to join them. I want to rename them. Okay, name by tracks. Okay. All right. So again, we get the trumpet, so we have the high melody. Let's get the tuba, so we get the bottom. We're just going to think through some of these middle parts. So this is proper sketching. I'll probably cut things out when it comes time to orchestrate. Let's listen to the rough version. And we got to ditch our drum loop so I can hear what's going on in the voices, so I can hear the voices in my head. Right? We're not going to go for perfect voice leading, but should still be smooth. All right, so everybody kind of moves up there while the bass goes down. Let's keep this as a 3-voice texture for now in the horns. Everybody's moving down. Okay, we get parallel fifths. I'm going to open this up a tiny bit. Actually, wait, what's my chord? B minor, all right. B major. Yeah, that, all right. Or maybe C flat major. So then we got parallel fifths. This would be this. Gonna open this one up a touch. Or should I? Sort of avoiding the fifth of the chord. Maybe that's not a good thing. Sorry, I'm thinking about the wrong chord here. This A flat minor. The first inversion. So we get this parallel. Frankly, I don't think it sounds bad. I think it sounds good. Just check the doublings. Octave. Octave is tripled. I like it. Good, right? I think so. Gonna have our horn double the melody there. We want 3 voices. Maybe I should. It's a little fiddly doing this. No. But then they both move down to, no, it's 6th. I think that's pretty clean. We just select a different part to play while I'm working on this. Sort of horn fifths, but it sounds good. Oh, it's nice that it jumps to 4-voice texture there for a minute. Maybe it's a good time to bring in a 4th voice. And we need to bring these up a little bit. That's my chord. 2. Why not? And again, we have this 5th moving to an octave. I mean, I like it. Again, we're not going for a Bach chorale. We just want epic sounding chords that move smoothly from one to another. I like it moving from 3 voices to 4, but let me see if it wouldn't be, it might benefit from having something to fill this in right there. I like that. It's a very nice chord, that added 6th in the upper voice and the horns. So all together it's sort of a half diminished sound there. It's going to sound great when I add the choir. Actually, that might be. Hold on. All right. So here the horns double the melody. That actually might take away from the melody. That's about as smooth as you can get it. We do have some parallel. Yeah, I mean, if I like it, I'm going to leave it. It just sounds so epic. That's cool, but it might be a mistake, like a major. So we have parallel octaves between the bottom voice. No, almost parallel octaves. I wonder if I keep this as like a... Let me check that one out. Yeah, so we need to double the bass voice, but the bass voice is moving up. Sounds a bit more full. Somebody's misbehaving. Get another parallel octave in there, and let's listen to it. Let me ditch that. All right, not going to pass your Bach chorale voice leading test, but it passes the I think it sounds cool test. I might want to take another look at measure 73 to 74. The voicings are all very close. Well, they're mostly very close, very closed. I think as I orchestrate, I might want to pull apart the voicings of these chords a little bit. One or two in there that might need to be tweaked. No, before I do that, I'm going to separate out the horn parts and put them into different tracks, because the playback is getting kind of silly. It's not really, that sample is not really meant to, it's meant to be more like one note at a time in there. So I guess we have 4 voices sometimes. All right, let me carefully go through this. So this will be horn 1, so I'll just chuck all the others. And this one will be horn 4. Alright, so that's our top and bottom. And then sometimes we have a 3-voice chord, and sometimes we have a 4-voice chord. Alright, so this will be horn 2. Get rid of the top and bottom, and leave the middle voices. Yeah. Wait, I'm not sure I wanted to do that. Okay, that looks right. Let me do the same. Copy that horn 2 into horn 3. So then this one is going to be horn 2. So let me get rid of the bottom of this. That would be horn 3. And then I'll get rid of the top of this. That would be horn 2. So now we have 4 horns. And the parts where it overlaps, I can ditch. All right, so it's at measure 59. This would be, all right. So for horn 3, we don't need that. At 63, same deal. Get rid of you. And at 70. All right, so now we have 4 horns. Let's listen again now. I'm going to try to get the articulations in the horns to be something that makes sense. Oops, I don't want automation there. I want automation here. Now I hope I have good articulations in there to do this. Just gonna get rid of the legato controller. Put that down. And I don't know exactly what articulation is going to really make this work. Let's see how it sounds now that I took out the legato, the sustaining articulation. Way too sticky, too short. Need to bring it all up. Ah. Stop being silly. I mean, some parts of doing this can be so tedious, but you know, once you get it, once you get it good, it's so satisfying. I'm gonna ditch our lead part for now and hear those horns play against the trombone and tuba, the low trombone and tuba. They're not quite playing as a team. And you know, now that I'm looking at this, I might want to bring, I might want to separate the tuba and second trombone to have them playing just to fill out the texture a little bit more. I don't know. Let me just get these articulations first. So what's going to be the one to do this? All right, we need to work on you. I don't know if it's going to be too staccato. Still staccato. I think these horn samples only have like 3 layers of articulations. What's this one? All right, I was hoping that I can get the horns to match the low parts, but I might have to get the low parts to match the horns. I have less flexibility in those samples. I have less flexibility in the horn samples with articulations than I do with the other brass parts. It sounds like the horns stop first. They release first. That's a shame. You know, if they were live players, they would just do it the right way. Those sound all right. Here, let's get the horns to sustain. That's cool to have that low note sustain. So I'm going to go in and get those horns to sustain there. I think I'm going to have to do this one track at a time. hope it will be effective. So I'm just going in and making that one note, that one note be a long sustaining note. Okay, there's nothing in that part. It's this one. And let's get our low brass going too. Let's have them all play through that measure. Well, that sounds goofy. Somebody's doing something stupid in there. Sounds like one of these guys. Why? Oh, someone's not playing full blast. I want them full blast for now. Tuba. It almost sounds like one of them is trying to play legato. They shouldn't be. Like the tuba's late on that entrance. I don't know why. Give him a little more breath. That might do it. Now it sounds like the horns are misbehaving. Yeah. Have them just sort of back off a touch once they hit that chord. Or do something like some dynamics. Doesn't sound like they're doing anything. put the leads back in. Still needs some tweaking. Let's just hear what we've got. Oh, why not? Let's put the drum loop. Sustain chord didn't really work as well as I was hoping it to, and this lead trumpet is going to need a lot of work too. It's kind of bugging me just to hear it playing like that. The tune needs to sustain over that sustaining chord. Maybe there should just be completely legato in that spot. Since the focus of the music here, in the earlier parts, the focus was really getting a texture and building energy, but here the focus is really this tune. So I really need to get it pretty solid before I really start fleshing out the rest of the orchestration. I want to make sure that I can deliver on this tune and make it believable before I start really building up the other parts. All right. Okay. Still a lot more to do here. So where was that? I was thinking to separate the tuba and second trombone a little bit in a couple spots. Let's see. So maybe starting here, I might bring the second trombone up an octave. I hope it doesn't interfere with the melody. Oh, it might. All right, so maybe that's not a good idea, but let me try it. Sort of overlap each other. I'm not sure if that's going to be effective. And then this one too. I don't think it's contributing anything. I was hoping to just fill out the vertical slice of the texture a bit by doing that. I don't think it's really helping. I mean, the tuba and the second trombone are already separated by an octave anyway, so what happens if I try this monster brass thing in here again? definitely adds a nice color. I just am so limited on the articulations. It's either short. I mean, do I even have different articulations? No. Alright, I want to listen to the whole thing. Alright. Take one more peek at my horn chords against the bass and the tune. Just in this spot here, I don't think the horn should be in the same voice, in the same octave as the melody. Wait a second. It's not. It's above it. I was looking at the wrong part. What if we need something more dramatic? like that. Could definitely use a more rhythmic interest. Da-da, right? Dun, da-da. Ooh, that's gonna be a pain. Let me start with the tune. Dun, da-da. Start with the tune. I'm going to add just a little more flair to the melody. Gotta clean that a little bit. Boom, ba-bum. So little anticipations might be good. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe here, let's. Maybe it can even. Oh, let's just start with adding some rhythm. Ba. Yeah. Dun, da, da. Again, we want to avoid it being too heroic. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, maybe that phrase might be better off ending on not the tonic. Let's hear how that all plays. Good. Sounds like a kind of dark fanfare. We have that idea going in here already. Let me see if I can match some of that in the other voices as well. Match some of those rhythms. Seems like my computer's not undoing at my key command. tuba really didn't do. Actually, that might be better. Tuba is a great instrument. And now that I'm sort of having at this, I think I'm going to change one of the horn voices to a second trumpet. Let me get in there on those horns and match some of these rhythms. I like it, it's adding some interest. Just hope I can get the horns to cooperate and play as well as the other guys are. They really don't all have to play this in tandem. But it's just an experiment. All right, and I'm going to grab first horn, put it into one of these other trumpet parts. Just make way here. So the horns are really velvety in that register, and they provide a nice sort of meaty center to that chord, but they really don't have much penetrating power. Not that it needs to penetrate too much, but I'm just going to add a little splash of color here with doubling it in the trumpet. All right, so now I know I have the same articulations in the trumpet that I have in the other in the non-horn parts. So let me make sure that I match those together. Not quite matching yet. We can work with it. We can work with it. You know, the trumpet sort of assists the performance just in the computer playback. Hearing the trumpet sort of helps the other guys, helps the horns to sound a bit more believable, I think. That's not helping at all. We'll get it. We'll get it. One note, I think when the melody goes up high, this part, really want that to ring out a bit. Let's really get that to ring. Let's have everybody hold that note a bit. And the last chord, I think the color is too bright. It's too bright. So I'm going to keep the melody the same. I'm going to open up the voicing of this chord a little bit and put some of these guys down lower to keep it nice and dark. Keep it nice and dark. Maybe that'll do. Get those nice parallel fifths in the bottom. Let's have them ring out a touch more. And I'm going to bring in my trumpet to the trumpet lead part at some point. Let's say bum 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 ba-da-da-dum bum ba-doo-doo ba-doo-doo da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I'm gonna mute it all and see where it makes sense to bring them in. Probably here. I don't even know what's going on. All right, here. He's not playing the right articulations. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? This should be staccato. Oh, I know why. Have it in the wrong track. Oh, and I made changes to this part. Whoops, let me copy it in. I wonder how it would sound to have it down the octave at the beginning. Might be out of range. Out of range. Huh. Out of range. All right, let's leave that out then. Sounding a little fake. I'm not sure if the computer is dropping samples again. Might be the performance of the trumpet. The release on this sample is not happening right. Listen back. Oh, I have somebody in my chat. Hey, Yarbik. thanks for telling me the video stream is laggy. I'm not sure what I can do about that. Let's see. I'm glad the sound is coming through fine. Let me check my internet connection real quick. I mean, it looks good. It's saying that the connection is excellent. I'm sorry. Is the brass supposed to sound mono? No, it's not. Here, take a listen. And by the way, thanks for interacting. This is why I'm hoping to do this, so I can talk to musicians and composers out there who are interested in this kind of thing. All right, he's saying change the stream rate, the frame rate. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Thanks for the tips. Let's see. I might have to do that the next time I start the stream. I was actually going to be stopping in just a couple minutes. All right, next time I go on, which is probably going to be tomorrow, I'll try streaming in 30 frames per second instead of 60. Let me just take 1 second and see if I can make that change now. Thank you so much. Okay, that's not going to do it. All right, I think I'm going to have to set that up for next time. Thank you so much. And thanks for watching. Sorry about the laggy video. I'll see what I can do for next time. I'm going to tweak this. All right. Oh, thank you so much. I can do a quick stream restart and see if you can sort it out. Yeah. All right. I'm going to update the stream here. I'm coming right back. All right. Going back on. Going back on, going back on. Let's see if this is any better. All right. Okay, so Yarbik asked if the brass is supposed to sound mono. So it's not in mono. These are stereo samples. So because this is, my guess is what you're hearing, because I'm still roughing everything out. Oh, it does not seem like that was the issue. All right, sorry, Yarbik. I'll look into it for next time when I go on. I'll be on tomorrow probably at 1:30 Pacific time again, or about 1:30. If you follow me on Twitter, the Composer Mindset, here. Let me get you my Twitter address. I'll make an announcement when I'm going back on. So regarding the brass, again, I'm still roughing everything out. And thanks for the follow, Yarbik. Really appreciate it. So I'm still roughing everything out. And the computer is dropping samples occasionally. Oh, come on. I know how to go on Twitter. I'm trying to talk, think about my music, and chat at the same time. Hold on. Just want to make sure I get you the right Twitter address. Oh yeah, my internet does seem pretty slow. All right. Should be at thecomposermindset.com. At the Composer Mindset. I'm sorry, I'm still setting all this stuff up. The Composer Mindset, or at Composer Mindset. All right, you can follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for the follow. So regarding the brass, because this is still roughing everything out, and all of the brass parts are playing right on the grid. Just as I'm composing, I'm putting everything on the grid, and everything is playing back precisely at the same time. So if I get, let's say, all of my horn parts here, you can see. right? Everybody's perfectly on this beat right here. That one, boom. If I solo this, right? Right, so it's not a very human sounding performance. So this is just for the sake of composing it, right? Just for the sake of writing it. When I'm done composing, I'm going to go back and humanize the performance and make stems, audio stems of everything, and actually set up a sound stage. So the horns will be in one spot, the tuba and the other brass players, and all the orchestral players will be all in different spots. Sort of, if you imagine an orchestral setup in a theater, I'll put I try to arrange the panorama of the sound to match the what it would be in an orchestral setting. But right now, everything's kind of right in the middle. And perhaps over the internet stream, over the Twitch stream, it sounds kind of mono. And also the fact that everybody's playing precisely on the beat, on the grid, like a computer, might also be contributing to the sort of sound. And also, it's really not done yet. All right. I might have an issue with the sound setup too. So I think what I'll do is maybe before I go on tomorrow is I'm going to I'll go on Twitch and listen back, right? So I'll listen back to the actual sound quality, but according to Lightstream, it should be good. I'll check out all these settings. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Yarbik. All right. All right, I'm kind of burning out here. I'm going to have to take a break. I'm going to listen once or twice through. Now, inevitably, I always go back and tweak once I listen through, but let's listen to how it's sounding. Hold on a second. I think I have too many cymbal scratches at the beginning. Okay, so it's starting to sound all right. Again, like I was talking about before, this transition from the transition into this sort of finale section with all the brass that I was working on, that transition, it's probably going to have to go. I think we need a little bit more space. This finale is of a bit of a different character, and it's coming on so fast. The character change is so fast. If I were scoring this to picture, then if the actual images on the screen were contributing to this character change, it would be more believable. You'd be able to sell it with that, right? So if the scene changes, if there's a new character or something like that, that I think would work. But since it's just a standalone piece, I need to give a little breathing room here to clear our heads out of the previous stuff and transition us into this new section. But having said that, I think it will work as a finale. We just need to get a good transition going. I think I want to listen back one more time. Some of this stuff at the beginning, I was sort of struggling with the ambient background instrumentation at the beginning. There's this high flute and string thing. I don't know. It seems like it's neither here nor there. I'm not sure if it's contributing much. Also, these high violins need to come down in volume. Especially at the end here. So I might need to go back and rework the orchestral texture there. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's right for this track. I'm going to listen back one more time specifically to that. Sorry, I need to get the proper trigger for the harp. It was playing the wrong glissandi. It shouldn't even play glissandi there. Also, the piccolo is really cutting, and that's something that piccolo always does, especially in this really sparse texture. Piccolo is the master at cutting through the entire orchestra. That tiny little thing that's this big, and it can cut through the entire orchestra and pop out. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You know, sometimes listening back to this high stuff here, I like it, sometimes I don't. Again, I'm not sure if it's contributing much to the texture. It might just need to be reworked. Okay, pretty decent. The brass performances at the end. Oh, this is going. Yarbik said, I'm pointing to my screen like I'm pointing to him. Yarbik, said that he was listening to one of his compositions on a loop and finding things to change. And, you know, when you've got hundreds of tracks, dozens of instruments, and a complicated texture, complicated composition going, you could just keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, and the more you listen to it, the more you're going to find something to tweak. And the saying that art is never finished, it's merely abandoned, comes to mind. And at some point, I'm going to have to stop tweaking. Now, one of the things that helps that is having a deadline. So it's amazing how much you can do under pressure. I've spent hours working on this thing already, and I've done more complicated, longer pieces overnight. If there's a commercial gig and they're just saying, we need this tomorrow, then you just get it done. But somehow you fill up the allotted time you have with the work. And, if you still manage to make it great, if you can. Sometimes having a deadline is a good thing. But this has no deadline. Maybe that's why I'm taking a long time to do it. But I'm trying to talk about what I'm thinking too, so we can get a conversation going. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, Yarbik. I think I'm gonna sign off for now. Take a quick look at my streaming settings. I hope I can make this better. Thanks for the suggestions, Yarbik. And do you have a channel that I can pitch for you? We've got 2 viewers right now. I'll definitely go and follow you back if I can here. All right. Let me know before I sign off. Let me just take a quick listen to this new section. Yeah, those drums are so enthused. He's so happy to be playing that. Just gonna extend him a little further. All right, Yarbik. Well, look, thanks for the follow, and if you want to share some of your stuff, what I hope to do with this channel too is to present other people's material and talk about it and see what we can do to improve things or learn from each other. I just want to get a discussion going, and we can all learn from each other. That's the idea. I know I can certainly stand to get better at some things. All right, let's just, this drum loop is such a happy guy to be playing these drums. I'm just going to bring him down a touch in volume. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with that. The trick is going to be transitioning into that. So maybe we need a measure or 2 or 4 of some kind of change in texture, something to lead up to that. It's just too sudden right now. And of course, it's just brass and drums. I'll figure out what else to put in there later. But I'm going to sign out, take a look at my streaming settings. Oh, cool, yeah. If you want to look at the mock-up next time. Yeah, Yarbik. So let me post my Twitter here. It's at Composer Mindset. Come on. And I'm trying to announce every time I'm going live at Composer. Well, it is super laggy. That's my Twitter handle. So follow me there. If you got something to show for next time, I should be on tomorrow, probably around 1:30 Pacific. I'm trying to get a regular schedule for this. And yeah, if you got something to show, I'd love to take a look and talk about it. All right, and yeah, share this channel. I'm gonna be posting some stuff on YouTube. I have a bit of a backlog of sessions from this track. I'm going to post on my YouTube channel, which is The Composer Mindset. And you can see how things are progressing. And just so you know, I'm going to post the full sessions of writing, and also when the piece is done, I'm going to make sort of a summary video of the process. I'm sure, watching hours of tediously adjusting MIDI events is not everybody's cup of tea, but I hope some people will enjoy, sort of watching this summary and how the piece takes shape, maybe over the course of like a 10-minute video or something like that. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out as I go, but all right, yeah, always fun finding people who actually compose on Twitch. Well, here I am. My name's Daniel, and that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and follow me on Twitter, and I'll make those announcements when I'm going on, and hopefully we can get a community here. So share the channel if you can, and I'll see you guys later. So I'm ending the stream. So this is the Composer Mindset. I'm Daniel. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.